guys, welcome back to the channel. Hope you guys are all doing well. So got a quick video for you guys here today. I just want to give a little bit of praise to Rob Shoemaker and his tuning. So my car is Shoemaker tuned, and I've never done a remote tuning on a car before. I've always done dyno tuning, and I've always preferred dyno tuning. One, because I always figured it was the most accurate because you have immediate, immediate, unadulterated, engine measurements that you pull when you pull from the dyno. Um, Two, you can very easily see and maximize horsepower. I mean, as true as that is, I kind of learned that there's definitely advantages to dyno tuning as well as advantages to remote tuning. With remote tuning, you have real world performance. Like a dyno is not a perfect measurement of actual street driving because it's on a dyno. You're on a perfect environment rather than what you actually see on the street. So I'm sure you guys have known from my past videos, I've never had the Whipple tune on this car. Um, it's 2 months later. They still haven't sent me one. I guess maybe I'm hoping actually is they do actually have the tunes released and they're not on the stop hold or anything from Ford Performance anymore. I could probably just reach out to them and see if they'll send that over. But I still don't have a Whipple tune. I don't really care about it now that I'm on a Rob Shoemaker tune. But my experience with his tuning is kind of twofold. One, the tune, and two, the customer service and experience that I've got with just communication with them. I guess long story short, it's been super great, like genuinely fantastic experience talking to Shoemaker and his guys. So the first tune that he rolled out to me was kind of a weird one because I was having the spark blowout issue. Once I cleared that issue though, once I cleared that problem though, the tune was good for sure, but I think my biggest issue was throttle delineation. It wasn't particularly linear. It kind of felt like the throttle had some lump to it. Um, so talk to them about that, and also too, it was a good time to do more data logging anyways, because I had the headers and the smaller pulley installed, as well as wanting to do an E30 blend. So did some data logging. They sent over another tune, and that tune, which is, well, I guess this is the second tune it was running on. This was a 93 tune. That tune was killer. That tune was seriously killer. Like the car, I mean, the car always ran good after the spark blowout issue got fixed, but the throttle felt so much better. And then I asked him about an E30 blend tune. He sent that over to me. That's what we're running right now. So we're doing E30 in this car. And it's even better. Definitely comes from getting a little bit more power. Probably not a whole lot coming from 93, but I'll take anything. Just sending an email and getting a new tune to upload. So the E30 tune also absolutely killer. The throttle is amazing. I'm kind of curious if maybe there's some more cleanup to do. I'm thinking about in a few weeks just kind of doing more data logging because the one issue I keep running into with this car is traction. I'm trying to get a clean pull, but it's really difficult to do a clean pull without traction control kicking in. Definitely in first gear and even in second gear. And they can still get good data from that, but it's not perfectly clean as you'd expect because the engine is cutting power, so you're not getting a full watt. So you could do it in third gear, but to go all the way to redline in this car with a Rob tune is about 8,000 RPMs. You are very easily into felony speed, so it gets a little scary. And that's obviously one disadvantage of doing remote tuning, which is just kind of the nature of the beast. All your testing and your watt pulls, those are all in the street. So there's a level of sketchiness that happens with that. But I'm thinking in a few weeks, do some more data logging, trying to get some cleaner pulls, at least maybe second, maybe third. And send it over, and maybe there's some slight revisions to do. Because as amazing as a throttle actually really is, I feel like there's some imperfections that I think could be cleaned up. I don't know, maybe it's just me. Again, I've never done remote tuning before. I've always done dyno tuning. But I definitely wanted to just make this video, give a huge shout out to Rob Shoemaker and his guys. Not only are the tunes great, but the customer service is fantastic, and that I appreciate more than anything. I can kind of deal with issues that arise. That's not a big deal, but having quality customer service to me is the most important thing. So I big thanks to Rob Shoemaker and his team. So yeah, thank you guys for tuning into this relatively short video. I never really got a lot of, I mean, if you go on forums, you'll see a lot of praise for Rob Shoemaker, but I never really could find a good video on YouTube that people just kind of talk about their experience with him. Now, again, my experience with him is relatively short. I've only had the car on his tunes for maybe a month and a half now. So definitely more experience to have coming. I was also thinking about doing a dyno tune with this car, but just because the Rob tunes are so good, um, and the customer service is great, I don't think I don't think that's needed. I do just want to get on the dyno just to see what it makes, but other than that, I definitely don't want to do any dyno tuning. I feel like it's fully unneeded now. But yeah, thanks guys for tuning in. Super appreciate it. Again, I'm not going to ask you guys to like, comment, and subscribe. I want you guys to do that on your own volition. If you feel like you're getting value from my channel, feel free to subscribe. But if not, if you're new here, don't worry about it. I'm new here on YouTube as well. So we'll just, we'll take it as it comes. So appreciate it, guys, and that's everything. One last thing for you guys. I know this is a car channel. I do kind of want to get a little bit deeper than just cars and stuff, not to like completely divulge of what's going on in my own life, but for you guys out there that are feeling stressed, that are feeling, anxiety in your personal life and your work life and your professional life, I want you guys to know you are not alone. I definitely feel that too. The days get tough. Sometimes the best thing I can do is just step outside and take a breath of fresh air. I know saying touch grass is pretty cliche, but I think there's some truth to it. Like the best thing you can do in those, when you're having those days, because I definitely have them as well, just get outside, take a little walk. It really does wonders for you. But thanks again, guys, and I'll catch you in the next one.